So 35 years ago, I went away on a trip, and I came back from that trip with essentially two souvenirs. I was away for about just under a year. And the two souvenirs I came back with was a jar of spirulina and a bottle of melatonin tablets. And I still take both of them. I have to say, I don't take spirulina as much as I would like. I don't think it's that great. I think it's good, but you can get the stuff it has in other areas, as it were. Whereas melatonin, I think, is a really good supplement to take. I've been taking it 35 years, and you can't, since 2017, you can't get it in UK. You can buy it in Europe, but the ridiculous laws we have, our brain literally makes it every night before we sleep. So I'm not here though to talk about melatonin. I'm here to talk about the new kid on the block for me. And you know, there's been lots over the last 35 years. I have tried so many different things to see if they work for me. And this is the fundamental thing: is nothing that works for someone is going to work for everyone. I realise this now, and that kind of proselytizing zealousness that kind of these youthful biohackers and healthy kind of influencers and all of that have. I just think that's just it belies the fundamental misconception, which is that what works for one might work even better for someone else or be terrible for someone else. There probably are some exceptions to this. I'm sure there are, kind of, especially in the mineral front. There's some minerals which are bad for everyone, some metals, and some minerals which are essential for everyone. Methylene blue, it does seem to be in the works for most people kind of camp. It's super safe. It's safe if you get the lab grade stuff like the bottle in the video. You can't overdose it. Your liver just processes it, and you'd have to drink an inordinate amount of it. So that's just not an issue, and you can go all over. You can find some stuff that's bad about it if you're on SSRIs, because it does essentially make your brain have more energy, and this can be bad for SSRIs. And there's some medications, I don't know what, you'd have to check that out, which can interfere with liver function on this. But it's generally super duper safe. And the science for it is not so. When you're looking at science, you not only want the kind of evidence, you want the explanation, and the explanation is there. And as I understand it, and I've only really done a deep dive on this over the last 4 days, but it's been quite a deep dive. And as I understand it, it works like this: it allows the mitochondria, these essentially foreign organisms in each one of our cells. I mean, each cell has many of them that have many millions, maybe billions, definitely millions, many millions of years ago, kind of came into an agreement with eukaryotic, I don't know, with multi-celled life like us to transport energy around in the form of this molecule called ATP. And that's what they do, and they get something in return. I'm not sure what they get. A warm bed and a cup of soup, but the point is they are essential to our functioning. They're essential to the functioning of life. When you talk about mitochondrial DNA, which is only passed down through the mother, that's what you're talking about. These essentially foreign organisms that have symbiotically joined with advanced life on Earth. And mitochondria are really susceptible to being optimal or not. And years ago when I did the deep dive into fasting, it was clear that fasting allows your mitochondria to function better, to get rid of their kind of byproducts, and to they literally change their shape, as I recall. They become more flexible, etc. I don't know what the etc is there. Nonetheless, what it seems is that methylene blue allows mitochondria to utilize the oxygen in their environment better. So that just essentially makes them fitter. And if your mitochondria are producing more energy, more work for the same amount of oxygen, that kind of means you are. And this isn't just about cardiovascular fitness. It's about fitness, as I understand, it's about fitness of thinking, as in like the mental health, the kind of energy available there, and importantly, it's about the energy available to repair. This is something that I think is pretty clearly true. If you want to heal any subsystem as a part of a system, that system needs to have the energy and the kind of building blocks, the nutrients to do that. So yeah, methylene blue, I would say, is if you are someone who is slightly worried about aging, especially brain aging, if you're someone who, as you're getting older,